The gift of discernment. The ability to see past someone's mask. The ability to see the truth. Let's talk about it. 10 signs that you have the gift of discernment. Number 1, you are extremely sensitive to the energies around you. You can easily sense the energies and vibes of people or environment. Which brings me to point number 2, you can easily see behind somebody's mask. You can sense if people are being genuine or honest, or disgenuine and dishonest. Basically, you have a bullshit meter. And what you find out is not always fun to know. Number 3, you have a strong intuition. You have a very strong gut feeling about people, places, or environment. You usually know things without having physical evidence. People are always asking you, but how do you know? And you just know. There's just a feeling inside your gut. Trust that feeling. Number 4, you're usually highly misunderstood. You could be considered the black sheep of the family or the black sheep of the group. A lot of times people don't understand why you dislike certain people or why you don't have good vibes about certain people when you express it to your people. But they understand later. They see it later. You'll meet somebody that everyone talks so highly about and instantly your detector goes off. You can see right through the facade. This leads you to feeling misunderstood, especially when you express that to people that don't have the gift of discernment. So if you're a little bit older, you probably learned to not say it right off the bat because people look at you like you're the crazy person. Or, oh, how rude, like, how could you think that? But then a couple months down the road, they see their true colors. Number 5, you have a heightened sense of empathy. You're able to feel the emotions of others on a very deep level. Number 6, you're probably very spiritually aware. 144 on my timer as I say that. You're probably really connected and tapped in and in tune with your spiritual beliefs and practices, which allows you to see beyond the physical realm.
Discernment is a true gift of God. If you're wondering why your partner or certain people just don't know how to display discernment, it's because oftentimes if you don't have the experience and if you're not committed to growth, then you are not going to have that. You are not going to have that spiritual conscience. You're not going to have that direct relation to God and to your own self. And because you lack that, it is going to be very hard to show up in relationships and be the best version of yourself and just be a good person. People who have discernment, most often or not, live very God-centric lives. You have to live a God-centric life in order to receive that gift, because it is exactly what puts you off from evil. Whether you want to admit it or not, whether you want to agree with it or not, the devil is always present. And the devil is doing work. He's putting in work overtime. And people who cannot differentiate between God's work and devil's work, they are not able to make the right decisions. They're going to act on impulse. They're going to act on emotion. They're going to act out of arrogance and pride. And all of these traits come from bad spirits, bad energy, and people who are not able to dial in on that, they're never going to be able to see your point of view. They're never going to be able to choose the right path because it's too hard. Something inside of them won't let them do that. They can't think of it like that way. They can't feel it that way. It's literally impossible for some people. And that's just because A, they haven't started their journey. B, they won't start their journey and they'll never start their journey. And 3, they just don't care. They just don't care. This type of content is actually pretty beneficial. So I think I'm going to go into some more depth about discernment, how to tell if somebody has discernment, how to know if you've been blessed with the gift of discernment from God, and what makes someone more prone to receiving discernment and having it and exemplifying that in relationships. So follow for part 2 and like this video, and I'll continue to make videos about discernment.
Every time your spirit restrains you, no matter how correct it is, stop at that point until prayer filters everything and explains to you why that feeling is there. Is someone learning now? That there are times, I'm not talking of fear, that everything physically is correct, and yet it can be an opportunity, it can be an open door, and now you're wondering, how do I mean, this good things happening. But once your heart begins to disturb you, even if it's in a meeting, as much as you can, request for time and go back to God. What is the meaning of this restraint in my spirit? What is the meaning of this restraint? There are many people who will come in the appearance of light, but I tell you, there are devils within. You will need discernment. Are we together? Satan will not come with horns. He will not come wearing a black robe and red eyes. No, he will come looking like your destiny helper. He will even come prophesying to you. You need a job. And you are like, my God, he has come. But discernment. Stay in prayer for as long as that feeling remains. Stay in prayer for as long as that feeling remains. From the day I brought this man as a business partner, he's a good man. He's not done anything evil. But why this restraint? I get up in the morning and there's this restraint. I need to go to the place of prayer. And when you are praying, sometimes it may not be that the individual is bad. It may be that they are connected to forces that have a prophetic implication on your destiny. You may not even know. And then when God sets the people free, you see that the restraint, let me tell you, this knowing of the spirit and this restraint is a powerful instrument of discernment. For many people, it's been the difference between life and death.
Y'all might keep scrolling when y'all hear this because some might not relate. But I saw a post that said, with discernment, you could feel a hater even while they're giving you a compliment. I'm about to go.
5 signs you have discernment. Let's talk about discernment and the sign that you actually have spiritual discernment. Not fear, not suspicion, not overthinking. Real discernment as a gift, and it comes with weight. Here's how you know that you carry it. You feel what's not being said. You walk into a room and that smile that someone gives means nothing. Well, because your spirit already picked up on the energy that they brought with them. Number 2, you know when someone's lying even without proof. You don't need receipts. You don't need a text thread. You just know, and later it always comes out. Number 3, you feel drained by conversations that look normal. Why? Because you weren't just talking to someone's mouth. You were wrestling with their spirit. Discernment lets you feel what people are trying to hide. Number 4, you've been called judgmental for being right too early. People say you overthink, you read too deep, but eventually what you sensed on day 1 always shows itself. And number 5, you're uncomfortable in places others love. The party, the team, the church. Everyone else is hyped. You're quiet because your spirit picked up on something unclean. Discernment is not paranoia. It's perception. And if you don't have it, you better learn how to use it, because if you don't train this gift, it'll become a burden. You'll just be confused. And that's why I created the Imagination for Empaths mini course, to help spiritually sensitive people strengthen their inner world, so you're not just sensing darkness, you're actually equipped to respond. And if your gift has been making you anxious, confused, or overwhelmed, start with a piece called Love. It's an ebook. It's not just about calm, it's about clarity. It'll help you separate emotion from truth so that you can operate in peace, not panic. So tap the link in my bio to get both. It'll sharpen you as sharp as you want to be. Now, if you didn't know, now you know.